The Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up? Creepers and Kickers, Chris the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? This is so fucking stupid. This is stupid. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I'm trying to get these two other videos out, but I feel like I have a thing or 12 I want to say about this specific topic. But before I do, I want to lay down a few ground rules. But the genesis of this topic comes from a video I watched earlier from Smash JT, and I forget the exact title. I'll put a screen grab of his thumbnail, but something to the effect of why Pat Contri won't like the Amico or something. Yeah, I don't know. Why won't he go see it? I don't know. And he made a lot of really great points, and I'm not going to bring any of those up. I'm hoping more to layer onto it, not necessarily respond to it. So go watch that video. I'll put a link to it down below. Go watch that video so you know what he's talking about. But I wanted to add a couple of things, but again, a couple of rules. Rule number one. Though we are talking about the Amico, we're not talking about the Amico as a thing. We're talking about it as a point of conversation between people and their behaviors, okay? In this specific video today, your thoughts on the Amico as a thing, a console of whatever, be it positive or negative, I don't give a fuck about. I don't care. We're not talking about the console. I'm talking about people's behavior as a result of the console, or however you want to put it, okay? So that's rule number one. I mean, if you want to break the rule, it's fine. It's just going to get ignored by me. And if it becomes a problem down below where people are going back and forth and not contributing to this conversation, I may get rid of it. I may just get rid of the comment altogether. So, you know, tread as you wish. Rule number two. I'm not here to bash on Contri. Rule number two is more for me, to be honest with you. I'm not here to bash on Pat. In fact, I have zero ill will towards him. I've taken a poke at him in the past. I made that little graphic of him and Ian with the little teddy bears and shit. Called them little girls. It wasn't done out of mean spirit. It was done to be funny. It was done to be funny, and I understand that the individuals that was aimed at are going to take that personal. I did it as a goof. I stay out of these drama things more times than not anyway. But I'm not here to bash on Pat at all. I have no ill will towards him. I don't even know the guy. I honestly don't know him. The only interaction I've ever had with Pat Contri was on Twitter a couple months back. He had made some comment about another individual here on YouTube. And if it was anybody else, I probably would have just kept my mouth shut and probably laughed with them. But he was actually kind of a prick about somebody, making fun of him. I'm like, it's a lie. He's such a nice guy. What the fuck, Pat? And he came back with, well, everyone can bash on me. I'm just like, it's not about the bashing, dude. It was who? It was the target, you know? He told me to go bent. I don't know. Maybe that's a fucking Jersey thing. I got no problem with him at all. In fact, I love the NES Punk as a character. That show was funny. It was stupid and immature and just dumb in a good way. It entertained me for many years. I still go back to a couple of my favorite episodes. It was fun while it lasted. That's all I can say. Now, as far as the CU podcast is concerned, I've listened to a handful of them. After a while, I just stopped. And it's mainly not even so much from Pat. Pat does have kind of a smug personality sometimes. But I don't watch it for two reasons. One, the podcast setup is not my deal. Maybe if I have headphones on while I'm doing dishes, because I am a good little wife. I'll listen to a podcast or 12, you know? But for the most part, that's just not what it is what it is to me, you know? But I also stopped listening because I can't stand his buddy Ian. I can't stand that kid. Now, will I bash him? Maybe. Maybe at the end of this video, I'll say a few of my true feelings for the guy. But I can't even stand to look at him. Never mind listen to the guy talk. I mean, Pat's trying to make a point. The look on his face, he's just so uninterested. Just so fucking superiority complex. You can see it in his face. And then he runs his fucking mouth. And I love it when he's just so worked up he fucking shakes. I mean, the dude literally goes, So, I fucking hate that kid. That kid can get a fucking go get bent. I want to say, I don't understand why people would follow his narrative. I understand if they feel the same way about the Amico. If it's not for you, it's not for you. 31 flavors. I've said it 100 fucking times. And I don't think anyone in my camps care if you like the Amico or not. I think they get a little girly butthurt when you talk bad about it. But it's when false information comes out. I could totally see where people would get upset about that, because Pat has a following. He has a following, and the wrong words getting to the wrong people, and it could hurt this guy's business, regardless of how you feel about Tommy or anything he may be doing. So I feel for him on that. But here's where I'm coming from. I don't understand why so many people would latch on to his words. I can't understand why anyone would latch on to anyone's words as hardcore as they do here on the internet. I mean, we're just fucking goofs with a camera. All right? We're all just fucking goofs with a camera, whether you have 1 subscription or 100 million subscriptions. You're just a fucking douchebag with a camera who didn't want to get a real fucking job. Okay? It really is that, any of us who are doing this, if we're doing it for the financial end of it. And my main point, yes, I'm finally getting to it, is the guy was offered answers to every one of his questions in person. And I understand that there was some lashing out on both sides of the spectrum here early on. But what I'm here to say is I only saw one of them putting his hand out to say, let's bury the hatchet. Let me show you my idea. You don't have to go and tell people you like it now. I would just like you to not give certain things away. That's very common in fucking business. Very common. You want to keep your product safe for when it actually comes out. You don't want to spoil it and thin out the excitement of the damn thing. Pat was offered. He was offered all the answers to his questions. The worry of his query. He refused to do it. So then I say to you, if you are a fan of Pat and his narrative when it comes to the Amico, how can you truly support what he's saying if he doesn't have all the information? Now, I do know all the information he has that he's creating as a fact is either one of two things. One of two things. It's either bullshit or it's just his feelings. The feelings ones, I will leave alone, because I can't tell this kid how to feel about anything. I can't tell you how to feel about anything. I can't tell that poster behind you, how to feel about something. He can have, I don't think this is going to be good. I've seen something like this in the past and it always goes bad. But I think the venomous side of this is coming from a personal standpoint, and that's going to be my second point here. But I want to start by saying, why won't Pat do that? 2 reasons again. 2 reasons. This is the twos of twos. Circles within circles, if you will. Because he's taking it way too fucking personal. He's butthurt. So he's gonna fucking stay like a butthurt little bitch. And whine and cry. Yeah, pay Tommy this and Tommy that. And But more importantly, that aside, I said I wasn't gonna be a dick. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, sincerely. But the main reason is it doesn't follow his narrative and his plan for his channel's aspirations. He made a killing with the Coleco Chameleon. It's cliche to say it at this point that he's just reliving the Coleco Chameleon again. But it doesn't follow his narrative. And he likes to continue that story. Keep those people coming, get the views, and get the revenue. The guy's got to feed himself. He's got a roof, I'm sure, somewhere. I'm pretty sure in that roof there's electricity, so he can play his Nintendo games and write his fucking books. So I totally get it. I'm not sitting there saying the guy shouldn't do it. I just don't understand why anyone who would still follow him when he doesn't have all the information. And it was offered to him. So between him taking the shit way too fucking personal, and it just not completing his narrative, the guy's never gonna fucking give in. No one's gonna change anyone's mind. That's fine with me. I'm just here to say you need to look at it through realistic eyes and as a big picture thing. Notice I haven't praised anybody here, okay? The bickering goes back and forth. It really does. But you got one person who I think can take it personal because it's kind of a baby of his. It's something he's trying to get going. And it's make or break. It's this guy's life if this thing doesn't go well. I can kind of see that side of things, but I will say there's been some immaturity going back and forth. One put his hand out there. The other one refused. It's all about integrity at the end of the fucking day. So again, I have no problem against Pat, the NES Punk, or Pat Contri, or just fucking Pat. I think he was a talented YouTuber back in the day. He was turning a podcaster. Whatever you want to say about that. I don't think this is true journalism. I don't think his opinion means anything more than my opinion or your opinion. It's just another guy with a fucking camera talking about whatever, and he chooses to go whatever way he goes about it. So that's really all I had to say. As far as his fucking partner in crime, I can't stand that kid. I think he's a fucking dirtbag. He's a smug, he fucking shakes when he's about to talk, and he gets mad, and him I'll talk shit about all day long, but we won't do that here. So guys, go ahead and leave your thoughts down below. Was I at least neutral about this? I really do want to know that. I mean, I kind of went off a little bit for a few seconds, but I want to come across as a neutral being in this nonsense. It's fucking nonsense, all right? Guys, we're talking about fucking pieces of plastic here. I happen to be excited about one of these pieces of plastic, but that's all it really is at the end of the day. No one's right, nobody's wrong, but some people just don't have the complete picture, and they can't technically report proper. Guys, go ahead and leave your feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all feedback to the Creep is positive. No talking about the Amico itself. I will ignore it. I hope you're having a great day. We're almost there. Almost at Friday. I got a couple really fun videos. I got a really great high school squad challenge. I was so stoked when I saw this. So we're going to be doing that probably next. If not, maybe something to do with He-Man. And a little kid who was excited to find it. We'll get to that. Guys, I hope you're doing well. Thank you always so much for watching. And until next time, take care, creep it real, and bye-bye.